Hello, welcome to Julian's Top 10 Jokes of the Week. So just before we go any further, they're refurbing next door. So if you hear any banging, it's not me, it's them. I don't do DIY because I'm useless. Right, so just getting that out of the way. This is Julian's Top 10 Jokes of the Week. And we've got a theme this week. It is the best of 2020, January to June. So these are the best jokes I wrote last year between January and June. Because as I said in the update, there wasn't many positives for anyone last year, really, was there? And especially for comedians. No gigs since March, basically. So I was looking for the positives. I thought, yeah, you know what? I'll find all the good jokes that I wrote last year. And this is the ones from January to June. That's what we're doing, okay? And I've got a challenge for you this week, okay? Challenge. So, if you laugh at least 3 of the jokes, then you've got to like the video and you've got to share the video. So if we laugh at least 3 of the jokes, you've got to like the videos and share the videos. However, and are you ready for this new catchy phrase I've got? Laugh at 5, subscribe. Laugh at 5, subscribe. Okay? Laugh at 5, subscribe. So if you laugh at least 5 of the jokes, then you've got to subscribe. That's the challenge for this week. I think that's fair enough. Okay, so here we go then. The best of 2020, January to June. My teenage son has accused us of being obsessed with the song YMCA. I said, young man. That was next door. That was next door. Okay, mate. Well, have you heard the new charity single from Beautiful South? You haven't heard it? Yeah, Beautiful South have got a new charity single. It's to help raise money for Rachel from Friends. It's to help raise money for her wildlife park. Jennifer Aniston, fill up her zoo. Zebra and a bull too. You know me, any excuse to sing. I just started a new job this week at an ABBA wildlife park. And when I got there, the boss said to us first thing, he says, right, I want you to take the register and tell us when you've seen a fast cat, a female sheep, and a charging horned animal. So you want me to tell you when I've seen a fast cat, a female sheep, and a charging horned animal? Yes, he said. So you want me to tick a cheetah, you and rhino? Shut up, man. Shut up. There you go. I know I can't sing before you say anything. I know I can't. Right, look at that. You wait for 2 wildlife park musical jokes, or 1 wildlife park musical joke, and 2 come along at once. Right, I know he's just left office, but it's probably a good job because Donald Trump had actually set up a new regime, or training regime, for lazy racists, couched to 3Ks. Yeah. Right, now this may surprise you, but I'm the secretary of the Mitsubishi Drivers Barry Manilow Appreciation Club. Yeah, I took over from the previous secretary. Her name was Lola. She drove a Shogun. Let's say nothing. Move on. Okay, right. I've just made a major donation to the poultry hospital. I paid for the chicken wings. A collection of philosophical fish is a school of thought. Not all daft, you know. They're not all daft. Okay, what's the difference between COVID-19 and Romeo and Juliet? One's a coronavirus and the other's a Verona crisis. That's my most popular joke ever on Twitter. Something like 30,000 likes. Humble brag, humble brag. Right, how do you do a medical staff jigsaw? Well, everyone knows you do the coroners first. Right, I was hoping to arrest a woman who deliberately spread the disease that causes dehydration and severe watery diarrhea. Cholera. No, she got away before I could catch her. What's not funny about cholera? That's what I say. I'll tell you what I've just found out. Henry VIII took one of his wives to 2 cities in Germany. Munich was one of them. And Berlin? No, Catherine of Aragon, I think. Tudor jokes, Tudor jokes. I've had a urinary tract transplant. I call it my step bladder. Really sound Australian taxi drivers have a fair income. I've just today discovered that there's a vegan data app called Tinder McCartney. Right, and what we do for any new viewers is we have a little advert now about what's coming up in the next week or so, and then we tell the final joke. So here's the advert. So remember, updates every Wednesday. They go out at 5 p.m. UK time. Julian's top 10 jokes of the week. They go out Friday noon UK time. And I also do an online weekly show called the UK Pun Off with some other people. Ian MacDonald, Rob Thomas, Love Dead Bob Pager, and 2 guests every week. That's the UK Pun Off every Sunday at 7 p.m. UK time. You can stream that live from the UK Pun Off Facebook and Twitter page. Right, this week, well actually what happened after last week's jokes video, someone got in touch who does a thing in America called the Dennis Ball Show. He's got in touch and he wants us to be on this week. So I'm doing that this week. That's great, isn't it? So I don't know when it's going to actually go out, but we're recording it at the end of this week. So probably in the next 24 hours. As soon as I know when it goes out, I'll let you know. That's it's good, isn't it, when someone gets in touch that you don't know because they like what you do. Thank you for that, Dennis, and I'm looking forward to it. So remember, this week's challenge, if you laugh at least 3 of the jokes, like the video and share the video. And the catchphrase is, laugh at 5, subscribe. Laugh at 5, subscribe. So if you laugh at least 5 of the jokes, subscribe. Okay, now remember, comment below. Tell us which jokes you like or which jokes you don't like. And comment below for suggestions for future topics. Now, I normally pick the topics, but I don't mind some suggestions. We've done 2 where people suggested it. Household items and rock music. So we do it. That's my partner just coming in there. Hello, darling. We're nearly finished. We've got about 20 seconds left. Maybe it's a bit longer. Right then, so here's the last joke. I've got a friend and they're cross-eyed. So I said to them, is it a burden being cross-eyed? And they said, well, you can look at it 2 ways. Right, that was this week's Julian's Top 10 Jokes of the Week. The theme was Best of 2020, January to June. Okay, so if you laughed at 3 jokes, like and share the video. If you laugh at 5, subscribe. And that's it for this week. I'll tell you when the Dennis Ball Show goes out, so keep an eye on that on @Julian Lee Comedy on Twitter. But remember, don't mention Scandinavian barcodes.